Oh, excuse me. Oh man, it's kind of like an impromptu video, but got a lot on my mind right now. Recently, I've definitely been noticing a lot more aggression from people, and a lot more energy being sent my way. Um, I've been kind of dealing with that for the vast majority of my life, but recently, I want to say maybe for the past 4 to 6 months, I've been receiving a lot more of that recently, a lot more lately. And the more research I do, the more I talk to other people about it, it pretty much sends a signal to me. It's pretty much a sign that says that I'm moving towards everything that I've been working towards. Excuse me. Where, you know, everything that I've been building up to become, the man I want to become, the environment that I see myself and others creating. I must be working towards that, and people notice that. It's like a frequency that you send. A sign that you send when you have a lot of confidence in yourself and what you're doing. Um, People kind of pick up on that, and I think a lot of people are picking up on that. That's where I'm at, and they might not be where they want to be. They might not be doing what they want to be doing currently, and they're just kind of sending that aggression back towards me, which is making me a little bit more aggressive in return. You kind of get back the energy that you send out. So I know a lot of it is partially it is on me. I've definitely been a little bit more aggressive on my end as well. Kind of showing people that I'm not afraid to back down. I'm not afraid to meet people where they're at, because what I'm working towards is bigger than me. I can't really be scared of what's going to happen to me when I know what I'm working towards, what I'm building towards. It's not just for me. It's for people who can't defend themselves, people who can't speak for themselves, people who just don't feel like they have anybody backing them. They don't have anything to believe in, anyone who can inspire them. I'm gonna try to be the best version of that I can, and yeah, I see a lot of people are noticing that, which is a blessing. I'm glad that I can be that person, um, and I'm hoping that I can also inspire other people who can be that person in their environments, in their fields, and all that. We definitely need to stick together. I don't really see what other people see in me. You know, I look in the mirror all the time. I try to gauge exactly why people are passive aggressive towards me, why people don't really show their true feelings towards me. I don't really see it. I just see myself. But it's something that maybe I don't need to see. Maybe I just need to continue being myself and continue just doing the things that I've been doing, because it's only been bringing me closer to my purpose ever since I've been more consciously noticing the things that I do and the way that I carry myself. So I definitely can't back down. I got to keep going, keep thriving towards my goals, because that's what I was put on this earth to do, essentially. I need to continue taking all these adversities that are getting thrown my way as challenges that I need to overcome, and not seeing them as things I need to avoid. Suffering is a way of life. It's something that we were born to do, that we were born to experience. Every day can't be filled with bliss and happiness. You gotta have the good with the bad. Yin and yang. So even though recently I've been feeling like I've been doing more suffering than enjoying life. It's pretty much only going to be for a short period of time, you know. There's always going to be a rough patch in your life that you're going to have to get through to become a better person. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm in a rough patch, and then like going through some growing pains as I continue to become the man that I envision myself becoming. And I need to give myself some grace on the fact that, you know, my way to this point, a lot of things that happened, you know, didn't make a lot of sense at first, and I wasn't accepting of like who I was and how I come across other people. I just thought I was like some regular guy, some regular dude who wasn't really going to amount to a whole lot. So now that I'm kind of accepting who I am and my place in life, a lot of things that has happened all throughout my life is starting to make a lot more sense. So that radical acceptance of not only myself but the people around me, you know, even friends and family, who, you know, how they feel about themselves and how they feel about me is all part of the growing process of learning about yourself, becoming the person that you were always supposed to be, and trusting the process that you're going to continue to work towards that. You know, it happens to the best of them, the best people, the most intelligent, brightest, gifted, chosen people have gone through this. This is nothing new to me. There's nothing new about this process. We all have to go through it. So just loving this part of it is something that I'm accepting right now, because this is going to be this whole process is pretty much going to be the same no matter what. But where I am now, where I haven't really done anything yet, I'm just kind of in the in-between phases of it, where I haven't completely honed in on what I want to be, or what I want to do, or how I want to do things. I'm just kind of in the starting phases of it. And once I grow past that, once I really start to get in my bag and start to flourish, that's like when some of the biggest adversities are going to show up in my life. I already know that. I've already come to peace with that. So this is like almost kind of like a dress rehearsal for that. Even though things are pretty intense now, you know, I just have to get used to this type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Only the most gifted people on this planet get this much pressure applied to them. And, you know, the only way that you can create diamonds is if you apply a whole lot of pressure to them. So if I am going to do the things that I want to do, that I know I'm capable of doing, I need this pressure from people. And understand that there is no one size fits all. There is no one way of doing things. It's pretty much going to be the route that I'm taking is going to be exclusive to me. And all I can do is, for people who are going down the same path as me, is just give them as much guidance as possible. So understanding how I can not only fully accept what's going on right now and embrace these challenges, embrace these new developments, these new understandings of how people feel and how these feelings aren't going to stop. Unfortunately, how things are in today's society right now, and this is happening all over the world. People are definitely getting into a uh, new space of self-awareness where people are kind of understanding like where they fit in life. So people kind of understand like where they're going to be and how they're going to move within the world. So when they see someone doing better than them, and they at least on a subconscious level understand that they will probably never achieve that themselves, it's just causing a whole lot of animosity. Like I said, even from the people who are closest to you, you're gonna face that. So it's gonna be a lot of sorrow, a lot of tears gonna be spent on this, but it's all part of the process of becoming who you're supposed to become. So don't question it. Don't even look at it as a bad thing. It's something that we're all gonna have to go through on our own levels and have our own different ways of embracing it. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much what we're all moving towards, is the embracing of who we are, of what the people around us are, and making the best of it. Because at the end of the day, we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? We can't get anywhere by ourselves. Thinking that way will get us nowhere. We did not come this far in humanity by doing things ourselves. We all have to kind of band together and use our strengths and weaknesses that we all have to continue to evolve. Because humanity is far from over. It's what we can achieve, who we can become, is limitless. We definitely have came to that. We should have came to that understanding a long time ago, to where what we can become, who we are, isn't settled. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be different about how we feel about each other, how we are going to coexist within each other. It's going to be different 10 years from now. It's going to be radically different from what we are 50 years from now. But that change is always something a little bit difficult for us to deal with. So it's a growing pain that I'm not all that used to now. But as the days goes on, days turn to weeks, turns to months, turns to years, is this going to be something I'm going to embrace, and other people to embrace too, while getting to like the root of it as well. There's a root to this as well that I want to continue looking into. My goal is to eventually become a neurobiologist, to really dive into what's going on with our brains and how they've been mutating and evolving over the time, over over all of human history, and like where we are now and which direction we're gravitating towards. Our collective intelligence. What's going on to us health wise. All these things that are just kind of being thrown at us all at once. Where are we going? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where I want to spend the rest of my life looking into. That's something that's going to be, in my opinion, going to be like the forefront of human development, is our brains. That's pretty much going to be the next evolutionary shift that we're going to be going through. So trying not to become overwhelmed by these new developments, and at the same time accepting where I am in life, where I'm going to go, how people feel about that, and not taking things personal, not looking too far into things. That's pretty much where I'm at right now, is the accepting phase of where I am. So all these things that I'm going through right now are just going to be like, it is what it is. I'm going to continue being myself. And if anyone doesn't like it, they can do something about it. Until then, I'm going to keep doing me and keep heading towards greatness. And yeah, I'm hoping these types of videos helps y'all kind of accept where y'all are as well, because I know birds of a feather flock together. You know, people who are going to gravitate towards these types of videos are going to be on the same wavelength as me. And we are not alone, you know, especially in my last video about the friendless epidemic. You know, we were just trying to find meaningful connections, and they're a little bit harder in today's day and age, but we are all out here. We all just kind of have to kind of be a little bit more vocal about what we're looking for and what we need from other people, and we'll eventually find each other. But that's a different conversation for a different day. But that's pretty much all I got for now. I just need to talk for a little bit, let all these thoughts out. I appreciate y'all.